Yo, what's up, everybody? Good morning. How we doing? Oh, heck yeah, we got a lot of people in here. Good to see you guys in. Man, I wanted to go over the anchored VWAPs, and there's so many charts that I have to go over that like I just gotta come out live. You know what I'm saying? It's like too much for one video, so I'm gonna be taking chart requests, answering questions, talking about just my thoughts, and we'll just be chilling for a little bit. So feel free to stick with me. But right now, what we're looking at here is Bitcoin on the weekly. This is the lifetime BLX, lifetime Bitcoin, the entire history of Bitcoin. And you see these logarithmic bands here. We lost this band, this uptrend, like of expected price for Bitcoin back in like 2022. That was that bear market. And so we've been fighting and looking like death is coming for Bitcoin at every single dump. Every single dump, it's like, oh, we're just going to dump into the abyss and Bitcoin's going to zero. That's like the psychology of what Bitcoin's price looks like now. And so here we are, right here at the bottom, tickling the butt cheeks of this ascending logarithmic trend here. And man, it just seems like it's like it's a serious, like, could go either way kind of thing, because this is the perfect moment for there to be some sort of it just dumps here and it's like Bitcoin's dead, but then it comes back. It's like that could totally happen, especially with this weekly. Look at this weekly red dot here. We got a weekly sell signal that we're fighting through that's still undoing itself. There's some signs that this is being undone that I'm going to go over today. But this is the bear signs that we're dealing with Market Cipher. The 2-week also kind of looking divergent. You see, like, the price did go higher, and the 2-week momentum waves are definitely not as high as before. So that's a bear div right there. So there's a lot of pressure. I mean, look how strong this expected price trend is. Like, Bitcoin has to do a lot to get up here. Like, even if we hit this point, which this was like a modest target in previous runs, right now it's at like 180k. So even if we got like a diminishing returns, like a bull market that's not as good as previous bull markets, we could still go up to like 180k during this cycle. But if we got something like 2022 or 2021's cycle top back here, we hit this like upper band up here. Currently that's at like 3,000, but by the time we get there, it might be higher. It might be, I don't know, like 350k or something by the time we get up there. And then if we just have some crazy cycle, like one of these old, like one of these OG cycles back here, that would be sick. We just pump up to like $500,000. What if Bitcoin was $500,000 in like not that much time? That would be crazy. But these are the signs to keep an eye on, guys, on Bitcoin's macro. Like, we're gonna watch this weekly sell signal get dismantled somehow. And when I look at the signs on the daily for Bitcoin, we're coming over here to like my anchored VWAP charts here. And you can see that like the daily for Bitcoin is kind of creeping back here. You see, like, this momentum's not done yet. The 2-day seemingly coming back to life. Look at that yellow oscillator crossing the zero line. Yeah, I just don't know about the weekly chart quite yet, but what I do like is that we're holding the December anchored VWAP very strongly. And look at all this nice ascending macro VWAP support down here. You got the previous month's VWAP down at 88k. Even if we did go down there, we're still bullish. So we got so much defense. The Bulls have it so good right now. It's crazy. The quarterly October 1st VWAP here slanted up for us. Now, a lot of cryptos got like really nice buy the dip opportunities off of these anchors. So I have these set up as indicators instead of like a drawing tool. So I can cycle through crypto charts and analyze how different cryptos interacted around these anchored VWAPs. So you can see Ethereum here, we switch over to Ethereum. Ethereum's very similar to Bitcoin in that it hasn't really gotten that test of the previous month's anchored VWAP, and we're holding and swiveling around the December VWAP right now. Kind of in this ascending triangle kind of pattern here. You know, if we zoom in just a little bit more on ETH, you know, you see that 5-day simple moving average still in a declining slope here. So we're actually still in an established downtrend at this point, even though we're pumping out of it. So I would say expect a little bit of like fight here. You know, as it kind of comes up like this, and like this 5-day simple, it needs to scoop into an uptrend basically before it before we get some real crazy volatility. So I wouldn't be frothing at the mouth right now. Maybe a retest of the December anchored VWAP. Seeing some support there would be nice, because this is swiveling all around the December VWAP. So maybe it's doing some, you know, some crazy swinging, and it's just not. We need to see a firm support bounce on this December anchored VWAP here. Currently it's at 3,781. So I really like what I saw on ETH. You know, it's like basically ever since that low, it's just been like all green candles. But we kind of pumped up a little too fast because that 5-day simple moving average is still sloped down. But I think another day or two or something, that thing, it should right itself. And let's see, let's look at Sol real quick. I'll open it up to requests here in a little bit, but let me just finish my spiel. Sol on the daily, I think Sol on the daily looks crazy. It's basically just this down channel flag. It's like a real clean bull flag. It's so obvious and clean, and like look at the you know, this is hidden bull div here on the daily, waves coming down, price coming up, and Sol got a very firm bounce off of the quarterly support there. So that's real strong. That's real strong support that it dug in there. Ripple did not get any like not even anything close to a monthly scale retest. It's like very bullish up here at the December anchor. So Ripple, if it can get over the December anchor, it may keep going up like mad, because it's showing some very high amounts of strength here. Holy shit. So yesterday I was like, or tonight, like I don't even know what day it is anymore, but Link has mooned just as I said it was in my last video. Link is mooning, and I think it's going to keep going. Like, look at this really nice daily candle on top of that December VWAP. That's some immense strength right there. Giga was another shitcoin that I really like. I like Giga Chad. That's my favorite shitcoin right now, other than Pepe. Pepe is obviously the king of memes, holding firm over the December anchor as well. I think Pepe is going to be the #1 meme coin on Earth, because look at this news on Dogecoin. Dogecoin flaw exploited by hacker crashes 69% of the nodes. Why 69%? The hacker was a troll. That means that, okay, because you guys know that Doge's price topped at 69 cents. And Bitcoin also topped at 69K back in 2021. Fun fact. But so we got 69, and you know, I honestly thought Bitcoin was going to get 69 again, but it was going to be at 96. I thought maybe we were going to like top at 96 or something, thinking that we're not going to get 69 again, and then we do. But this is new age, modern era TA, guys. Targets are like sexual memes. And I guess these hackers hacked some Dogecoin. You guys have to tell me what's the validity of this. Like, is this like a harbinger for things to come with cryptos, with quantum computing and things like that? Like, I wonder how that'll affect price. It's interesting to hear about like cryptos getting hacked, because like we think so highly of the tech. But the bubbles, nothing's really standing out on these bubbles. Nothing's really standing out. So I'll open the floor to charting requests. I see some of my people in here. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Gazgano. Make sure you guys hit the likes. BP, Jeremy, Ivan, Doge, Cheems, all set. Darren does things. Rady, what's up, man? All right, I got a request here. We're going to look at ICP. Internet Computer Protocol is a chart that me and my brother were looking at like a couple weeks ago, and we loved it. So you guys remember, like, we were down here on ICP. My brother was talking about like the gates of Jericho getting busted down, but I whipped out the VWAP here and I said, man, like, ICP is very far away from its year-to-date VWAP. It was like 20% away from the year-to-date VWAP. And not only did we get that pump up to the year-to-date VWAP shortly after, like a amazing wick there, follow through off that, but it finds support on it. That's the level to rebuy in at too. It's the take profit from the last thing, and it's the entry to the next thing. And then look, it's the target for the short up here. So this year-to-date VWAP on ICP is an insanely important line. But the problem is I don't know if we're going to go back to it again. Like, we just got 1-2 crazy bounces on this thing. And if ICP's daily pinches up, look at the yellow VWAP here, the yellow oscillator about to cross the zero line on the daily. And this momentum getting bailed out. ICP's looking insane, man. ICP, I think today might be the day that ICP like has that daily candle stacked right on top of that white December anchored VWAP there. Oof, that would be nice. A nice green candle all on its own, standing on its own 2 feet above $13.50 in $13.5 here. Yeah, and as far as how high this could go, maybe it could go to 69. Who knows, man? The next request is, let's see. Ooh, whiff, dude. Whiff's a good one, man. All right, so this is what's going on whiff. So you're seeing, like, so right at the gate, December, you know, whiff has a nice start to December, but it, along with many other cryptos, experienced a massive dump just a couple days ago. So whiff had a really nice retest of the quarterly support, rising quarterly support. That's the blue line here from October 1st. Basically, the idea, you know, is whiff having a good or bad quarter? That was at stake here, and buyers have come up and stepped to the plate and held this shit up. So it's holding quarterly support, ascending, and looking pretty good, looking like it wants to kind of pop back up here. And you're still early. See on the daily chart, the yellow oscillator's like coming up, but the wave hasn't even done its little green dot yet. So out of all the charts, I'd say that this looks like the earliest in its fetal development. You know, like some of these cryptos have like already kind of half came back all the way. Whiff is kind of incubating. It's cooking. It's loading, bro. Might be a good time to get in. You could wait maybe till after some support on the like some scalp time frame support on the November anchored VWAP at like $3. All right, let's do another request here. Mickey says, be careful with Pepe. Good for trading, but not buying a bag. Top 10 wallets own the chunk. That's good to know, man. Pepe's really good trading, man. Like it's the same TA as ETH, but then just more volatility. Nicholas wants me to check out Stacks. This is a coin that I don't really chart that often, man, but looks like I have charted on it before. It dug in a real nice Stacks. It dug in real good quarterly support just recently, and it's just no surprise that it rallies off that, because when you wick down into rising quarterly and monthly VWAP support, that's typically where you find buyers. It'll be a little messy, but the way all these candles actually close paints the picture for you. So, you know, while you're day trading, you know, in these 3 days, it's hard to see that these anchors are providing the market direction and a level where a lot of trading happens. That's why it takes a couple days, but it resolves itself. But Stacks, you know, it's a little late. It's kind of already cooked up to its December anchored VWAP resistance here, and so at this point you could front run it, but I would have to wait for the actual support bounce on this December anchored VWAP here. I want to see that black 5-day simple scoop up and stuff, so I would have to probably wait for a break and then retest confirm of the December anchor to actually hop in on Stacks, whether it was for a spot or a leverage trade, because right now it's kind of at that December anchored VWAP resistance already. Ooh, we gotta look at XRP. We kind of went over XRP already, but you can see XRP's 5-day simple moving average is kind of flattened out, and you see the candles coming back over the December anchored VWAP here. Not only that, look how strong we're clinging to the December anchored VWAP. The fact that other cryptos came all the way down to the quarterly support, whereas XRP is just holding. That actually, to me, seems really bullish. So as much as I hate like Ripple influencers and like the way Ripple people act on Twitter, I don't give a shit. The charts are speaking to me, dude. Like the daily yellow oscillator is crossing zero and looking like this wave's about to get bailed out. And it just looks like today's going to be the day that we get that candle close above the December anchored VWAP here. And we just simply continue pumping, because this was the chance to get that. You know, we were kind of praying for $1.50 or $1.40, you know. I mean, that's what you're looking for. Like if Ripple pumps to $3, you're like, fuck, man, it's too late. Maybe if it goes to $1.50, I'll get some, right? But we don't get that. So this is very unforgiving rallies here for Ripple here. Like if you weren't positioned back here, it's going to be very hard to find a meaty entry on Ripple, because you know, you're basically looking at maybe an anchored VWAP from that low there. Yeah. So it wasn't relying on any previous months. It's basically like December, Ripple went new month, new me. Ripple is a completely new asset from the start of this month. So yeah, it's looking good. Let's look at Doge. We got a Doge request. People were talking, look at this Doge FUD. Doge hacked, crashes 69% of the nodes. So let's see what the price is doing. Oh my god, it's dumping. So Doge, look how bullish Doge is holding, not going down to the November anchored VWAP. Do you realize how like crazy it is for it not to go from the new month down to the previous? Like that's where it's safe, is down there. And so for it not to go there means there's a lot of buyers. Oh, are you guys can't hear the music? All right, there you go. So yeah, Doge found buyers very early in the correction. Didn't even have to go down to its November anchor. And so, like I said, you're late, you know, catching this move. back up to the December anchored VWAP, but if Doge can start closing over 42 cents, I think you could probably hop in and expect more upside if this December anchored VWAP isn't resistance. But everything's looking crazy. Everything's looking crazy, man. That's why I did this stream, because like all the charts kind of seem like they had this pop potential to them, all for slightly different reasons, and all the charts are in different periods, but the altcoins are giving a strong signal as to what Bitcoin and Ether are about to do, because the altcoins already get the bullish tests of the previous month and the quarters anchored VWAPs, and so it makes sense for alts to just gig ascend from this point and never look back. Whereas ETH and Bitcoin, it was a little ambiguous. I even put out a bearish video the other day, because like we're trading down here in between the December and November VWAP, and it just seemed like a no-brainer, like you would get that correction down there. But the buyers come out of nowhere. It's like a stampede of buyers coming in early, which just shows that we're in a very bullish market environment. We're not ranging anymore like we were for most of this year. It's very, very bullish. So you can't expect those clean pullbacks to the exact level that you want in a market like this. So the altcoins definitely gave me a clue as to like, damn, ETH and Bitcoin are probably just, they're acting like this because they're just so strong. Someone's mentioned DOT in the chat. I wouldn't say DOT's not looking good. It's just, the thing is that it banged its head on the December VWAP resistance. It's a really, I mean, this is such a good justification for it to just range, and you never know what you get off of a macro VWAP interaction, man. You know, I mean, we could bust through and go, ho ho, we're going to the moon, we're in space. Or, you know, I mean, this December VWAP is still technically sloped down. So like, even though I am bullish, if some dumb shit like this started happening, I would not be like surprised. And then it comes up or something. So like, that's how powerful these anchored VWAPs can be. But, you know, we're in an environment where, you know, we are expecting DOT to likely pump here in the next couple days and start closing over that December anchored VWAP, at which point it shows even more buying strength. And then you just pump. I'm not the best with targets, guys, not gonna lie. I'm just gonna say everything's going to $69. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining. Mr. Wake Eye, Mr. Zona, Mr. Mickey, Mr. Bitcoin Slut. A couple more requests here. Oh, it's VET. Okay. So at first glance, it looks like every other chart, but it's in that class of cryptos that it's so bullish that it didn't need to get a clean touch of the November or October VWAPs. What is VET? Is this VeChain? I can't even remember, man. Let me know if you guys did your 100 push-ups. I did mine, man. Not for Bitcoin, though, for... Yeah, dude, VET is VeChain. I like VeChain. So VeChain's, like, looking pretty bullish here. You know, basically front-running that much-needed retest of the November anchor. It's a little late. You know what I'm saying? If you were going to buy the dip on this, you got to wait for just, like, a daily candle close over the December anchored VWAP. So a lot of these altcoins, you know, they dug in real deep, or at least they're still having trouble getting over the December VWAP here. Whereas Ethereum, like, look at Ethereum about to, if today, if everything goes as planned today, Ethereum closes this daily candle over its December anchored VWAP, which then gives the green light to a lot of these shit coins. Bitcoin as well, on top of its December anchored VWAP here. So the two giants looking strong. I think they probably just need like one more day of cooking over this December VWAP, and maybe the alts start seeing that extra follow through. Spaceman wants me to look at Popcat. Oh, interesting chart. Interesting chart. So this is so different from everything else we're looking at, guys. Notice how it's actually underperforming around its December anchored VWAP here. Granted, in the month of December, we pumped up and we tested the November anchored VWAP the previous month as resistance. So Popcat's doing like the opposite of what everything else in crypto is doing, and its VWAPs are like reversed. It's like you just turn the chart upside down and you got Popcat. So the cat got slapped. Right now it's under a declining December anchored VWAP. That being said, you know, we're still up in the clouds in terms of around its year-to-date situation. It just had a really nice meaty pullback. So, and also, I'm saving the best for last because, I mean, look at this bull div here. You got the price coming down to a lower low with the daily waves about to print this like pretty nice looking bull div here. Now, what I don't like is this daily money flow wave. This is kind of dastardly. Because that red crossover is not going to be good. So, you know, honestly, there is hope for Popcat. This is a daily bull div here. I would say that if it can close over the December anchored VWAP, then it gets the green light for that swing long, just like with everything else. But I think you're front running that right now, because look at that declining 5-day simple moving average. Look at the, you know, being under the December anchored VWAP. I would be worried that Popcat is uniquely dumping and getting shit on at this current point. This doesn't quite look like the dip I want to buy yet on Popcat. It needs a little cooking to do. So I'm fading this. I'm fading Popcat. I'm not buying any Popcat. But I could be wrong. And in fact, later today or tomorrow, I might take a peek at this chart and it might look a lot stronger if it gets a strong, nice close over that white VWAP there, the December VWAP. I don't know if I want to look at Fartcoin, man. I don't know if I want to look at Fartcoin. But we got this one, RLC. I don't know what RLC is. Ooh, okay, so we got a real nice, interesting chart here. So look at the year to date. It's crazy what happened to RLC. It giga pumped and then it giga dumped, and we just finally came and reclaimed that year to date VWAP there. You know, that's such strong like resistance. Obviously you get that macro correction there, but look how clean. I mean, this is the level, guys. This is why you gotta subscribe to my channel and I gotta stream more. This is why I gotta stream more, because like everybody's wondering like, where do the pullbacks go to? And on some of these charts, guys, it was front ran, I will admit, but for the most part, these monthly VWAPs provide some of the best dynamic supports and resistances like in the game. So RLC here, bouncing off just perfectly off the November VWAP here. Already rallied up to the December VWAP, so it's you could front run it if you want to take the risk, just like other cryptos in this same kind of category. But personally, for me, I would want to see a close over that December VWAP, perhaps even a dump back down, and like you see the daily close over the VWAP, and then you put an entry down at the VWAP in case it comes back down and like picks up your order or something. Any other chart requests? I'll do a couple more and then dipski out of here for you guys. Stock market yesterday, you know, dealing with that ascending 5-day simple strong uptrend. It's going to be hard to take that out. You got to get that flattened out before it even comes down. So this is looking strong here. Stock market looking good for us, people. Someone said HBAR in the chat. HBAR looking real strong, just like Ripple. HBAR is like basically identical to Ripple in terms of what it looks like around its anchored VWAP. It's about to close right on top of that December. It's looking like it's being coy, but make no mistake, folks, a daily close over the new month's anchor is a daily close over the new month's anchor. Big money might come in and moon this thing up just with that simple little confirmation. But obviously, if we lose the December VWAP, it's going to zero. It's going to zero. Nah, I mean, it'll probably find some support down on one of these anchors if this shit did have to come down, but I doubt it will. I think it's gonna stick above the December VWAP and go up. Brett is a meme coin that I never really fucked with. Just awaiting that daily close over the December VWAP. Got a nice bounce off the quarterly support. These are buy zones where, like, if you follow me and you have my leapfrog indicator because you're in my VIP, link in the description, like you have these and you're like, damn, you know, if you're there at the computer and you see the price just wicking down here, it's a no-brainer to like scoop some up. So I mean, I was sleeping. It's like you can't be like at the charts 24/7. But maybe I should have had some alerts down here on like across cryptos. But you know, I missed this dump on a lot of coins. But hopefully some of you guys caught this shit. The VWAPs called them really good, these pullbacks here. Yeah, Mickey in the chat's mentioning limit orders. I think that's future reference in a very strong trend. Having limit orders back at the previous month's VWAPs might be a recipe for success in the future with strong trending markets. But yeah, Brett on the daily coming back, guys. Coming back. VWAP pinching over the zero line there. Momentum about to get bailed out. Take a look at this ZRX coin. And then we'll look at SWE and then we'll call it there. So let's see, what do we got here? Coming up just like the rest of them for you, man. Got some good quarterly support there. Reclaimed the year to date. Corrected down into it. Now it's back over. Look at that daily close over the purple year to date VWAP. With this kind of wave reading, I think it's safe to say that the next candle we close over the December VWAP, and it's just like dominoes, baby. October, November, January, December, and that's all she wrote. SWE is an overperformer, so we got to go over this one here. Look at SWE, just like it's really just one day ahead of everything else because it got the daily close over the December VWAP. yesterday, and now we're seeing what's gonna happen. Now you know what's gonna happen. I love my Richard Hart people. Some guy mentioned Hex. Can I chart this on TradingView? I hope I can use Market Cipher on this. You know, what's crazy about this chart is like a few days ago I would have been shitting my pants because of this bear div. Like, look at the price coming up and the waves kind of flatlining there, and then also this larger one where the price comes up and the waves are going down. So I hope you guys don't mind, like, I put out like a pretty bearish video the other day, even though I was just saying like these coins are just gonna come down and retest some shit. Like, I personally was flopping and groping. But man, we held, like, look at this coin holding on the December anchored VWAP there. That's strong, man. This is like stronger than, it's like the strongest crypto chart we've seen, because it didn't even go down to that November anchored VWAP. Like, look, this was it. Boop. You got a little, this chart held up. It only went down like 3% while everything got shit on. So you got the daily close over the December VWAP. It's kind of ready to go. It's ready to lift off. Maybe it just needs to come over the 5-day simple, which flattened out there. Hopefully it pumps today, man. It seems locked and loaded. It seems oiled up and ready to go. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it. These markets are hot. It dragged me out of my hole. I came out of my hole because my job today was comprehensive. These charts were popping off and going crazy, so this is my signal to stream more. So I'm gonna be streaming at random times though. I hate the fixed schedule thing, especially because like now I'm actually like trading and trying to prioritize other things. But yeah, make sure you guys like and subscribe and comment on the stream and blast it out to all your homies, and talk to your family about buying your favorite shitcoin at the dinner table for Christmas.